everyone and welcome to another video. So this class is going to be 60 minutes, a Vinyasa or flow class targeted at our legs and our bums, so everywhere we need it. So I hope you're feeling nice and energized, be quite strong, quite a good power flow. So make sure you've got some water, make sure you've got a nice big space. And when you're ready, come down to a kneeling position. So placing the hands onto the thighs. If kneeling is not for you today, just come down to cross-legged or place a cushion underneath your bottom. But when you're ready, close off those eyes, shoulders relaxing down the back, drawing the belly button in. So let's already activate this core. So let's start to fire up our internal energy, get everything moving. And then come to your breath. So nice deep inhales through the nose and lovely long exhales through the nose. Every exhale, just allow the shoulders to drop down the back a little further. Every inhale, feel the spine lengthening up, feel the crown of the head lifting. If you want to bring in your Ujjayi breath, please use it now, starting to slow down that exhale even further by adding a constriction to the back of the throat. So your breath will become a little noisier, maybe sound a little bit like the sea or the wind, kind of hushing sound. Bring your awareness to your heart and just begin to imagine that whole front space of our body, our chest, our collarbone, our shoulders, just spreading open. So we're just opening all that lovely space in the front body. When you're ready, just blinking the eyes open. We're going to sweep our arms out to our side, reaching in opposite directions as we inhale. Take them all the way up above the head. Interlace your fingers, press the palms up. Shoulders relax. Lovely. Exhale, float those hands around behind you. We're going to bring the hands down to the floor, fingertips facing forwards, and just lean the body back. So again, working into that front body, draw your shoulder blades together, take the gaze up. Neck stays in line with the spine. And gently release it forward, sweeping those arms up one more time. Inhale, interlace the fingers. Exhale, press them away from you. So hollow out your belly, round through the spine. And inhale, bring it back up. Beautiful. Exhale, float your fingertips down to the ground. We're just going to come into a little toe stretch. So just bringing the body forwards. We're going to tuck our toes underneath us and then just drop our knees back down to the ground. So our bottoms are resting on our heels. Sitting up nice and tall, engage through the tummy. Take your arms out to cactus arms. So a nice bend in the elbows, palms facing forwards. Breathing nice and deeply. Feeling this stretch in the feet as we inhale. We're going to take it round to the right. So keeping that right angle in the elbows, fingertips spread. Come back to center. Shoulders relaxed, chest is open. Exhale, take it round to the left. Keep drawing that left shoulder back. Back to center one more time on each side. So you can feel those feet really beginning to scream. We don't often stretch out our plantar fascia, the soles of our feet. So this is actually really nice, a nice release, even though it doesn't feel like it. One more time, over to the left. And back to center, open the chest, Exhale, hands come back to the heart space. Beautiful. Bring your hands down, lift those knees. Bring them down, untuck your toes, give them a little tap like this. So nice and release. Beautiful. So not finished our work on our knees. We're going to come back onto our toes. So the balls of our feet, lift our heels nice and high. So you've got a nice long spine. Crown of the head is long. When you're ready, if you can, we're going to come into the balance. So use the core. Bring the hands to the heart space. Shoulders wrapping around the back. Nice deep breaths. As you exhale, again, let's take it to the right. So here we can open out our arms. Maybe even place the back of our left hand onto the outside of our right thigh. This should allow us to draw that right arm back a little further. Keep actively squeezing the thighs together. Back to center. Inhaling. Woo. Exhale, round to the left, reaching those arms out. Maybe taking the back of the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, drawing the left shoulder open a little bit more. And back to center. One more breath, inhaling. Exhale, bring your fingertips down to the ground, and we're going to send those hips all the way up. Give those legs a nice big walk out, so shake it off. Lovely, nice release after quite an intense little beginning for our feet, for our toes. Beautiful, and then just pausing. We'll take the feet out a little bit wider. And we're going to bring our hands to our opposite elbows and just begin to sway. Side to side, nice big sways. Let the head and the neck hang heavy. Beautiful, pausing in the middle. So our hips are going up and our head is hanging down. Then when you're ready, just using that core, releasing the hands, draw the belly button into spine as you roll all the way up. Shoulders relax down the back. Coming to Tadasana, let's bring the feet in just a little bit closer together. Beautiful, nice deep breath, shoulders relaxing. Lovely, guys. And when you're ready, one big step to the front of our mat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up above us. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forwards and down. Inhale to your halfway lift, fingertips to shins or to the floor. And as we exhale, plant the hands down, step it right leg, left leg back, high plank, dropping the knees, untuck your toes and release your chest and the chin to the floor. Press the feet away as you inhale into your baby cobra. Exhale, rolling back down, tucking the toes, sending it back, child's pose. Reaching through those fingers, really nice, guys. Inhale, lift the hips, bring it into a downward facing dog. Coming to your breath here. So working those heels down, let's go for a little walk in our dog. So actively drawing the navel in towards the spine. We're waking up through the hamstrings, spreading through the fingers. Nice big walk. Maybe coming to a nice stillness, taking a little stretch up onto those toes. As we exhale, working those heels back to the ground. So gaze comes to the front of your mat now. And we're going to take our left leg and then the right leg back into Uttanasana, forward fold, exhaling over the legs. Inhale, rooting down to rise up, sweep those arms out nice and wide. Ooh. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Hopefully you don't have a dangly light like me. So taking a breath here. When you're ready, inhale, taking those arms back up, opening the chest. And exhale, hinging at your hips, coming down with a nice flat back. Release the head, release the chest as we inhale. Come to our halfway lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as we exhale. Plant the hands, step the left leg and the right leg all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, rolling over those toes. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Keep working your heels down, guys. Inhaling. And exhaling. And again, inhaling. Exhaling. Beautiful. Taking the gaze to the front of the mat. This time we're going to step our right leg and our left leg forwards. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. As we inhale, root down to rise up, sweeping the arms out nice and wide, avoiding your lamps. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale, lift the hands, open the front body, hips come forwards, arms come back. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step left leg, right leg back, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pause here. Having our breaths, letting everything settle, working those heels all the way down to the ground, taking anything that feels good for you right now. Well done, guys. Should be feeling nice and warm now. We're going to rock our body forwards into our high plank. So really engaging through your core, pressing the floor away from you, little round in that spine, drawing the belly button into towards the back of the body. Beautiful. We're going to take it to our side plank, so rolling onto our left side, stacking that right foot on top of the left, sweeping the right arm up. Keep those hips lifted. Chest is open. Beautiful. We're going to take our right leg up if we can. Staying nice and strong. Bring the right foot into the inside of our left thigh. Begin to open the heart. So take the gaze up to the ceiling. If you can, we're just going to pick that right leg up. Drop it behind us. Flipping the body into a wild thing. So a long left leg. Bent right knee, hips are lifting. And take it back, so nice and gracefully. Bring that right leg all the way up. Exhale, lower. And roll it back around. High plank, inhaling. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, rock the body forwards, upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over your toes, downward facing dog, breathing here. So back to the breath, letting everything settle. I'm just going to spin around you, stay there in downward facing dog. So we're going to go on the other side with the little side plank routine. So when you're ready, ripple through your spine, roll the body forward. Press the ground away. Keep that bottom lifted, really nice. When you're ready, right hand comes underneath you, rolling onto the outside edge of your right foot, taking your left arm up to the sky. So hips are nice and square, nice and lifted. If you can, we're going to take that left leg up as well. Press through the balls of your feet, so activate that left foot as you take the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Beautiful. So keep opening through that chest, taking the gaze up. When you're ready, float the left foot down behind you. Open the body even more. Keep pressing those hips up. Dropping that head back, child's wild thing. And then gracefully rolling it back round. Taking the right left leg up. Bringing it back into your side plank. Exhaling back into your high plank. Lowering down through your vinyasa. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back, downward facing dog.
Let it all go. Come back to the breath. Any movements that feel good, now is the time to make them. Well done, everyone. So this time, as we take our gaze to the front of our mat, we're going to step or jump or float our feet between our hands. So a little bend in the knees. That wasn't very graceful landing. See if you can land silently, guys. That's your aim. Folding over the legs. Uttanasana. Letting everything go. And then rooting down to rise up. Then the knees, sweeping those arms up. Nice and wide. Exhale, hands come to the heart space, back into Dasana. Top of your mat. So let's take a couple of centering breaths here. Shoulders rolling down the back. Chest is open, palms are forwards. Tailbone is tucking under. Feeling lovely and grounded through the soles of the feet. Beautiful. As we inhale, taking those arms all the way out, nice and wide. Hands come to prayer. Exhale, hinge at your hips. So notice my hips stay above my ankles. Nice long back. Releasing down as you inhale, come to your halfway lift. As you exhale, plant those hands down, step or jump it back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're back here again. Beautiful, guys, well done. When you're ready, take an inhale. Send that left leg up into your three-legged. So keep those hips lovely and square. Press through the balls of the feet. Keep that left hip coming down. Don't open the hip to get height. Keep the hip square. As you inhale, bend the knee. Bring the foot all the way through. Pausing as you get between your arms. And then releasing that left foot down. Sinking into a lunge, staying up on the ball of that back foot. Using the core. Imagine you're squeezing your thighs together, drawing your belly button back, and inhale, take those arms up into a high lunge. Sinking down, so hips sinking down, make sure they're nice and square. Lift that back heel so it's nice and high. Breathing into those thighs, into those hips, turning those hips to face the front of your mat. Beautiful, bring the hands to the heart space. We're going to open them out, so opening through the chest. As we exhale, we're going to rotate all the way around. So bringing a twist, keeping the hips square. The twist is coming from the spine, not the hips. Staying deep into the lunge. Nice deep breaths. Really good. Inhale, take it back to center. Hips square back off, arms reach up. As you exhale, let's hop that right foot in and lengthen through the left leg. So we're going to keep those hips square. We're going to release our hands behind us, taking hold of opposite elbows, making our way into a pyramid. So leading with your heart, hinging at the hips, coming down over a nice straight left leg. Whoop. Keeping everything nice and strong. When you lose your focus like I did then, you know, it's easy to wobble. It's really important to keep all that awareness in your foundation. So your legs, the soles of your feet, the core, everything's super strong. Nice deep breath. Keeping the spine long. Beautiful. Inhale, gently coming back up through the spine. Bringing those arms up above the head. Exhale, float them down either side of the left foot. Spread through the fingers, step it back, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rock it forwards. Exhale, roll it back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Have a little drink if you need to, whenever you need to, guys. I'm just going to spin around, meet you back in downward facing dog. Beautiful. So on your next breath, Let's lift the right leg into our three-legged. I'm just minding my TV here. Could be a nasty little disaster. Keep drawing that right hip down so we're not opening the hip. We're keeping those hips square. Pressing away with the balls of the feet. As we inhale, bend the knees, sweep it all the way through. Pausing here, draw it up into the chest. Exhale, plant that foot down. If you haven't made it all the way, just use your hands to help it along a little bit. Sync with those hips, so feel the hips coming down. And then actively again, imagine you're squeezing your inner thighs together. Drawing the belly button to the spine as you're taking the arms all the way up. High lunge, sinking down, lift that left heel. So square the hips off. Bring the hands to the hips just for a little bit. Make sure they're nice and square. Hands come back to the heart. We're going to open them out to the side. And we're going to rotate around to our right this time. So this back knee, don't let it drop down. Keep that leg lovely and strong, lovely and lifted. Pressing with the left heel. Keep that twist in the spine rather than the hips. One more breath. Well done, everyone. As we inhale, take it back to center, reaching those arms up. Hopping the left foot in, dropping the heel. We're going to release the arms to grab hold of opposite elbows. So opening up through that front body. As we exhale, let's hinge over our right leg. So keeping the back nice and long, we're not forward folding. We want to feel this in the back of our right leg, so in the right hamstring and a little bit into the left hamstring. If you need to, you can keep a little bend in this right knee if it feels too intense. But again, bring your awareness to the soles of your feet, to your legs, to those foundations. And on an inhale, bend into that knee, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold them back down. Either side of the right foot, step it back, high plank, exhale, lower down. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, roll over those toes. Downward facing dog. Option, staying here for 4 breaths this time, or you drop your knees out wide. And take it into a nice deep child's pose, so either of those are fine. It's your time to just let everything rest, let everything recover. So I suppose it depends how energetic you're feeling today. In child's pose, keep the arms as long as you can. Don't let everything go floppy, keep them nice and active. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, if you're in child's, lifting back into downward facing dog. Taking your gaze to the front of your mat. Let's try that floating again. So what we want to do is bring the body weight into our hands. Allowing our feet to land nice and gently. Let's have a go. Inhaling. A little bit better. Not my strong point. Exhale, forward fold. I think it's fun to set yourself a little challenge every time. You're never going to get better at this if we don't keep practicing, so that's what I do. Let it all hang out. Beautiful. And when you're ready, rooting down to rise up, sweeping those arms out nice and wide. Exhale, hands come down to the heart space. So take a little drink if you need to, guys. We'll meet back in Tadasana. So when you're ready, taking the palms forward, use that tailbone, tuck it under. Shoulders relaxed. As we inhale, we're going to find Utkatasana, our chair pose. So sinking the bottom back, reaching the arms forwards, really sinking down. So you want that tailbone tucking under. You don't want to arch here into the back. Keep that tailbone tucked. When you're ready, taking the hands to heart center, we're going to ground down into this left leg and just bring the chest forward, and the right toes in towards the bottom into our flamingo. Breathing here. Now from here, keeping a little bend in this left knee, we're going to extend the right leg back into our warrior three with a bent leg. Again, press through the balls of those right toes. Beautiful. We're going to do some dips. So on an inhale, dip it down. Exhale, lift it up. And again, inhale, drip it down. Dip it down, not drip it down, that sounded awful. Inhale, bring it up. 3 more. Keep your focus. Take it back up. 2 more. How low can you go? Keep that right leg lifted. Beautiful. Last one. Taking it all the way down. We're just going to float those toes to the back of our mat. Lift our arms back up into our high lunge. So you might want to shuffle the left leg forwards again. Hands come to the hips. Make sure they're nice and square. Tailbone tucking. Belly button comes in. So feeling lovely and grounded, let's bring our arms to cactus arms again. So nice bend into the elbows, palms facing forwards. We're going to dip our knees down. So inhaling. Exhale, right knee taps. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the leg. Exhale, cactus arms, right knee taps. Inhale, lift. And again, exhale. And again, inhale. This time, exhale, hover the right knee off the floor, hold here. Sweep your arms out in front of you. We're going to pulse our hands. So we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep that knee down low, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Send the right left leg back to meet the right and lower down through your vinyasa. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Work those heels a little bit further down. Spread through the fingers. Hollow out the belly. Get that breath back under control. So, when you're ready, gaze comes forward. Let's try floating again. Obviously, if it's totally not for you today, you can step, you can jump, you can just slowly walk your feet if that's what you feel like doing. But if we're going to keep practicing, let's see if we can be silent little jumping bunnies. Ready? Oh, loud, sorry. Exhale, forward fold. So let everything go. Sway from side to side. Let's take the backs of our hands down to the mat and just walk them underneath our feet. So a little massage for our hands, soles of the feet, palms of the hands. And then releasing those hands off. We're going to root down to rise up, so bending into the knees, sweeping those arms out nice and wide. Exhale, hands to the heart space, into Tadasana, where we're going to find Utkatasana, so sweeping those arms up nice and high, sinking the bottom down. Can you go a little bit lower, shoulders relax, so make sure your weight is in your heels, make sure you can wiggle your toes, keep sinking. Bring the hands to the heart space, and this time awareness into this right thigh. Find your drishti point, pick your left foot up into your flamingo. Squeezing the foot in towards the bottom, bending the chest forwards. Keeping a bend in that right knee. So we're going to work towards warrior 3, so when you're ready, lengthening through that left leg, try and keep a bent right leg. And we do our dips, so exhaling, lower down. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, lower down. Inhaling, lift. Ooh, not my side, carry it on going, don't worry about falling out of it. So you want to get to 5. Find that focus point. This is not my strong side. And last one, 5th one, we're going to sink down nice and low, release that left foot behind us, sweeping the arms back up into our high lunge, shuffle that right foot forwards. Completely failed on that side, didn't I? Hopefully you all did a lot better at home. So from here, cactus arms, everybody. Big nice bend into that right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, tap the knee. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, tap. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale, hover that leg. Bring your arms back around in front of you. Squeeze those fingers. 10, 9, hovering the knee. 8, 7, 6, really fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Floating those hands back down either side of the right foot. Stepping all the way back. High plank. Exhale, lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. A few breaths in. So hopefully, guys, you're feeling a lot of energy, a lot of heat in the body, especially into those glutes, into those quads. We're nearly there, not too much more to get through. So we've got any energy left in us. Let's take a little hop to the front of our mats. Inhaling, halfway lift, so really squeeze. Nice flat back, exhale. Forward fold. If you need to, keep a bend in the knees here. When you're ready, rooting down, so firing up those foundations, sweeping the arms out nice and wide. And exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely. So we're going to turn side on our mat. And we're going to come to a nice wide stance. So keeping those toes pointing out. And we're going to make our way to a goddess pose. So the aim of goddess is to get our thighs parallel with the floor. So you might want to adjust your stance to achieve this. It's going to hurt more the more parallel they are. So just come to where feels good. So let's just start with our hands on our hips. Maybe just shifting those hips from side to side, beginning to loosen off. And then when it feels okay, let's just gently begin to sink down. So gently bringing that bottom down. Maybe taking the feet a little wider if you need to. Beautiful. So you can keep your hands on the thighs for now. We're just going to gently sway it from side to side. So if you can, keep dropping the bottom down. Keep those thighs nice and parallel, rooting down through the soles of the feet, through the heels. And then when you feel you're ready, we're going to bring those arms back into those goddess arms. So the theme of our class today, strong, powerful poses, strong, powerful people. Keep drawing all that fire up through the legs. Beautiful. Then I want you to take the arms up, sink the bottom lower, and we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to hold to the hips. So hopefully you've got a lovely lot of heat and burning going down these thighs. So just shake that all off, let it all go. And then we're ready to go all over again. So get a little bit of energy, power yourself up, fire yourself up. This time, arms out to goddess arms. As we exhale, let's bring the bottom all the way down. Thighs are parallel. Staying with that breath. Sinking the bottom down a little lower. We're going to rotate this time. So an inhale, just twist that body around to the left. Exhale back to center. Inhale over to the right. Exhale back to center. And then sweeping those arms up, drop the bottom. 10 more pulses. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. Sink nice and low. Hold, hold, hold. And inhale. Take it back up. Oh, float the hands down. Oh, good. We've done our goddesses. So hopefully you felt that. Feel free to keep going with another couple of rounds if you're feeling that way inclined. I'm not. So from here we're going to come into a nice deep release. So just turning those toes to face the front. Hands to the hips, hinging at the hips. So just feel that nice little hinge again. As I said before at the beginning of class, my bottom is going to stay directly over those hips. So we're not going to be pressing it back. We're going to hinge forwards. Coming to our wide-legged forward fold. So when you're ready, release the hands down. Maybe adjust the feet if you want to. Come a little wider. Find length in the spine first. I always feel this helps you go deeper. So get a nice long spine. Couple of nice deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, allow the body to fold. So don't worry where you end up. Don't worry if you're all the way up here. Just enjoy the lovely release down the back of the hamstrings. If you want to, you can take your hands to the outside edges of your feet, allowing the body to draw the chest closer down towards the floor. Beautiful. From here, walk your hands back out in front of you so you've gone back to your nice long spine. Bring your left hand down to the floor, sweeping that right arm up, opening through the chest. Reach those right fingers, really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. So swapping sides, right hand grounds down. Left fingers reaching, 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 reaching. And release. Beautiful, sinking those hips back a little bit, just feeling the difference, that shift in stretch. You should be working higher up into the IT band, the glutes now. And then gently just heel toe the feet in slightly. When you're ready, bring one hand then the other to the hips as we roll back up. So nice and slowly. Let the blood flow return. Gradually letting the head be the last thing to come up. Beautiful. Then heel toe the feet all the way. Back to center, back to Tadasana. Take a drink if you need to. So we'll just do a little bit of balancing and then we'll make our way down to the mats. So from here, we're going to stick with our kind of glute themed class today. We're going to ground down into our left foot, bringing our right foot into like a tree. So we want that right foot resting down our left thigh. Hands come to the heart space.
low as you can go. Keep the spine nice and long. So I'll just turn to the side so you can see, but carry on. Wherever you are, keep sinking. So we really want to get a nice deep bend in the left leg. Feeling lovely and grounded in the sole of that left foot. Sinking down into our chair. Inhale, coming back up. If you're feeling clever here, take it straight into a tree. So you can bring the foot inside the thigh, taking the arms up. Exhale, opening those branches. Keep opening through this right hip, guys. Inhale, lift the arms, exhale, squeeze the knee, and then release the right foot down, give it a little shake, well done. So same thing on the other side. So grounding down into your right foot, make this leg lovely and strong, then take the left foot on top of the right thigh. So you've got your toes pointing down. That left foot's nice and flexed, hands come to the heart space. Find something to focus on. And gently hinge down at the hip. So how low can you go? Oh, that was a big click in my ankle. So keep sinking. So the more your hip opens, the more you can sink lower here. Nice deep bend in that right leg. Staying long in the spine, sinking lower if you can. Gradually releasing back up when you're ready. Can you take it straight into a tree? So just shuffle that foot to the inside of the thigh even. Open the arms, open the branches. Take a moment of stillness, let everything just settle. Let the mind be calm. Releasing the arms back up and then giving that knee a nice big hug. Exhale, taking it all the way down. Give the legs a nice big shake. Well done, everyone. So from here, we're just going to come down in through a nice yogic squat. So feet pointing outwards, just over hip distance apart. Hands come to the heart. And just lower that bottom all the way down. So if you feel you can't get your feet flat, it's absolutely fine to be lifted here. Opening through the heart. If you can, pressing these elbows into the knees, taking a few grounding breaths. We're making our way down. Breathe into those hips. Let everything go. You've got this. Maybe just sway from side to side. So it feels like a good place here to just have a little play with our arm balances. So if you have a crow in your practice and you want to go ahead, please do. Otherwise, we're going to stay where we are. I'm just going to spin around to show you. Bringing your hands down to the floor. And just beginning to activate through the core. So the core is the most important part in crow. This midline of the body, everything's got to be super strong. So spread through the fingers and lift your sit bones. Now your knees can go in two places. You can either bring them lower down onto the elbows, or you can begin to slide them up the arms. So if they're lower down into the elbows, keep lifting the sit bones, pressing into the hands. And then maybe just play with lifting one foot and then the other. Maybe you'll be able to manage two. Have a little go. If you want to try crane, so slightly harder version or slightly more advanced, we're going to take our knees all the way up to as far as close to our armpits as we can. So it's the same process though, spread through the hands, fire up through the core, and just that little tip of the body weight. So just gently coming onto the tiptoes, you can maybe do one leg, then the other,
Or you might find your feet just become light and begin to float off the floor. Keep squeezing the core. Keep squeezing the feet, keep pressing through the hands. Gently releasing. Well done, everyone. Feel free to keep practicing that. I know I always do it in my classes, but the more you have a go, the more you're going to get, the easier it's going to become. Muscle memory. So let's just release off from our wrists. Let's just place the right wrist down. Do a few little circles with the hand. And then turn it over, left wrist. Letting everything go. Beautiful. And then we're just going to gently take the body all the way back. So let's finish with some really nice releases. We deserve them after all that hard work. So coming to a nice Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. So soles of the feet together. Allow these hips to open. So you can take hold of the feet and open through the chest. So let's breathe here. Feel the pelvis tilting forwards, feel the hips opening. And if that feels okay, we're going to come forwards into a forward fold. So you can hook those elbows in front of your shins if that feels good. And press the body forwards. Otherwise you can just release the hands down. Please feel free to use a cushion if you want to. And just coming down into a lovely deep stretch. So you should really feel this right inside the tops of the legs there. Around the hips. Use your breath now. Feel the body releasing, feel the body opening. You can just let the head and the neck hang down. Make sure you're not resisting anywhere in the body. One more breath here, make it a nice big full body breath. As you exhale, gently rolling up. Taking the knees in, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. We're going to do a little bit more releasing into those glutes and thighs. So I just want you to bring the feet forwards to begin with. Taking your right foot onto the left knee and the hands down behind you, so you can have the fingertips facing backwards. Now you might already feel a nice big stretch here. This might be enough, but if you can, we're going to then just shuffle our bottom forwards. And then walk our hands in. So the closer we can fold together here, so we're being squashed like a pancake, the deeper you'll feel that stretch into the right glute. So keep the spine long. Keep the right foot flexed. Chest is open. Breathing into that right hip. Beautiful, releasing it back. Taking that left leg all the way down, we're going to shuffle that right knee on top of our left knee. So they're stacked in a nice neat line. Opening up through the heart, let's just come forwards over that leg. So keep pressing away with the left sole of the left foot, allowing the chest to come down on top of the right thigh. You'll really feel a deep stretch into the left hamstring, and you should also feel it working into the right hip and glute. Beautiful, gently rolling back up. Taking the legs back out in front, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So this time we're going to take the left foot to the right knee,
Hands come down behind. So again, you want to be feeling this right in the left hip. So you're going to just bring your body wherever you feel it needs to go to get that stretch. So walking the hands, walking the bottom. Keeping that left foot nice and flexed. Maybe you can sway from side to side. Feeling it in the hip. Should feel really nice. It doesn't really look like anything's happening, but you should feel a nice deep stretch. Just look like you're chilling out. And then when you're ready, gently release it back. So shuffling the body back, lengthening through the right leg, taking that left knee down on top of the right, sitting up nice and tall, flexing through the right toes. Exhale, folding down over this left thigh. I had to think about which one it was then. Keep pressing the right foot away, pressing the back of the leg down to the ground. Gently releasing back up nice and slowly. Beautiful. Let's shuffle the bottom forward. And then that's finished with a nice little bit of core. So sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take our feet, tiptoes to the floor. Get that length in the spine, open through the chest. When you're ready, coming to supported boat. And then options to take the hands out by your side. Maybe extend the legs. But keep the chest open and the spine long, so don't sacrifice that in order to get the legs straight. And we'll breathe here. Breathing nice and deeply, keeping the legs lifted. And we go for 10 breaths, so 10. 9. Beautiful. 8, keep those legs lifted. Keep that chest lifted. 7, keep squeezing through the 5, 6, 5, beautiful, well done everyone, stay nice and strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1, squeezing those knees in, give yourself a nice big hug. Beautiful. We're going to allow ourselves to just roll down onto our mat. So just allowing the body to release down. Keeping the knees bent, soles of the feet to the floor. Finishing with a nice little release again through those hips and knees. Sorry, hips and glutes. So opening out through the right hip first. Threading the hands behind the left thigh. Take the left leg up to the sky, press through the balls of those feet. Keep pressing the right thigh out with your right elbow. Beautiful, take that left foot down. We'll just take it into a twist, so keeping that right foot where it is, just allow it to release down to the left side of your mat. Cactus arms onto the floor. You want to, you can press the right knee away with the left hand. And then over to the other side, so releasing back to center. Swapping the crossing of the legs, so right foot comes down, left foot comes onto the right knee. Take hold of the back of the right thigh, send those right toes up to the sky. Press through the balls of the feet, open through the left hip. Nice deep breath, slowing everything down now. Releasing the right foot down. We're going to let this left foot come all the way down to the ground.
Arms come to cactus arms, and your option here is to press the left knee away with the right hand. You should really feel that spine wringing out, releasing. And coming back to center when you're ready. Hugging both knees in, take them nice and wide, wrap the arms around, rock the body from side to side. Closing off the eyes if that feels good. We're just going to take a happy baby, and then it's time for your Shavasana. So just bringing the arms inside the knees, taking hold of the outside of the feet. Bring your soles of the feet up to the sky and then pull down on them. So you're actively drawing those knees down to the ground. You can carry on rocking if that feels good. Feels nice for the spine. And if you want to, you can take the legs out all the way into a reclined straddle, pressing through the heels. And whenever you're ready, we're just going to slowly make our way all the way down into our Shavasana. So extending your legs away, allow those heels to just flop open, or the ankles. Try and get straight on my mat would be good, and just let everything go. So palms facing up to the sky, shoulders releasing into the mat, eyes closed, softening through the skin of the face. And taking as long as you need to here, enjoying a few moments of bliss and calmness and stillness. Thank you all for tuning in. Namaste, everybody.